Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We are back near our portal. I've got some changes I want to make over here, and I'm going to need some help. So, luckily, I've taught these dogs how to use the honey slide. Here, watch this. Do-do-do-do. Look at that. What a well-trained puppy. He's on his way down there. These dogs we've got up here are going to help us a little bit with our new skeleton spawner enhancement. I realized all of the bones that I'm burning up to help Zombie Cleo are going to need to be replaced. And, whoops, these pups are going to help me harvest the skeletons while I do some other work over here. We've got a whole bunch of area we still need to mine out. So, let's just go ahead and... here you go. Just gently, gently. Yep. Straight down. There you go. You got it. So I'll let him handle the rest of his route. Then we'll bring this third one here. And this should be a pretty foolproof plan. I mean, I've seen a Suma build one of these. Not like I watched closely. I had it on while I was doing dishes. That's how I watch most videos. So, you know, but I got the core concept. You put some dogs near some skeletons. Uh-oh. That's why we put the slime at the bottom. Yep, he got a little bit of a hop in there, and then he teleported away? Where did he teleport to? Up there. Well, that is less than stellar. That's why we didn't try teleporting him. It's fine. Okay, there he is. Great, great, great. So, all three of them made it down here eventually. Let's go ahead and get them to unsit. And we will lead them over to our skeleton farm. One of the other things I need to do while they farm the skeletons is I'm going to clear out every tree that doesn't have a beehive in it, plant some more flowers, and then keep regrowing trees. Get a nice soul sand path through here. This whole area could be an apiary if we do it right. And you know what? That's how I want to do it. Let's get this dog too, okay? So we'll get about 4 dogs or so, and we'll just... this is our lead dog over here. He's already been keeping an eye on the skeletons while I was away. I figure I could just create some sort of pipe, if you will, that drops the skeletons from where the water pushes them right here into what we will call a kill zone, which is it's basically a kill zone because it's going to surround the dogs. No, the dogs will surround the skeletons. It's really more of an overkill zone or a re-kill zone because the skeletons have already been killed once. But core concept, we're going to find a way to get the skeletons to fall down here where they will be assaulted by the dogs and their bones will be collected so that I can better make my bread. No, I'm not an ogre. Or is that a troll? I don't know. We'll go look that up later. Time skip. Well, we don't really have this working all the way. We've got a rough concept that unfortunately is just pushing all of the skeletons the wrong way. I didn't shape this properly, and that is now seeming to be to my detriment. So, skeletons will start falling down here. I don't think they'll drown because they're skeletons, and they don't have the concept of lungs in Skeletonia. They're generally about 10 years behind everybody in most biology. So while we wait, I mean, we could try dropping an anvil on them. We could try rerouting the water stream. I think the dogs might need to be sitting up, though. Let's see if we release that dog. Can he see the skeletons? No. No, it seems like this is just, the dogs aren't tracking the skeletons properly. Well, I have a feeling I could maybe try putting some slabs in here. Yeah, let's try some slabs. We'll put some slabs in at the next layer up, and then hopefully that will work. So, like, if I replaced this block here with a slab. Okay, that's not ideal, but... no, I guess I have to unsit the dog. Oh, no, it just jumped into the water. Okay, well. Now we have two problems. Okay, think fast, think fast. We're gonna climb up there. And we're gonna have to cut a hole in this. And then quickly block this off so the skeletons don't attack the dogs and they don't drown either. Okay. So, now, the dogs can get out of here. Okay. So a few parts of that could have objectively gone better. I think we're going to have to research how one of these things is actually supposed to work. Maybe we should go to Asuma's base and look at his in person, because my brainstorming, based on having seen his once like a super long time ago, is not going well. Clearly working from memory is going to result in some dogs climbing up some water pillars and creating all sorts of problems we do not need at this time. So I think we are going to head over that way. Time skip. Well, folks, I hope you like the jungle, because this is where Asuma has decided to bring it on. He's got this subtly concealed skull here, which houses his dog bone farm, and we have arrived to steal all of his secrets. He's actually built a maze inside of here. I was like, maybe I go this way. But how could I know? Is it safe? The entire inside of this skull is a complete maze, but fortunately I'm an excellent clue finder. So you know what? I'm not going to let these infinite hallways fool me. I'm going to read the directions. And here it says Bone Farm entrance, and then Bone Farm exit. I'm assuming the Bone Farm exit is an Bubble Vader up. Yeah, see? That's not going to help us now. But if we take the Bubble Vader down, well now we might be in business. That business? Industrial espionage. Or canine espionage. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's a wolf metaphor. So anyway, this is how Asuma has his setup. So, interesting. Let's just go ahead and press F2 a bunch of times with our secret spy camera. Alrighty. Gonna steal as many images from different angles as we can. Okay, so he's got... Okay. Feeling pretty good about this. I think we got enough pictures. Just to really take a close look at it, though, I'm guessing he has the skeletons fall from up there. And then they fall onto this diamond book thing. And then they can't shoot the dogs. I'm guessing he has to push the dogs in here. Or maybe he has the dogs sit on here. Because it wouldn't make sense for him to put in these weird iron things if the dogs weren't on top of them, right? And I'm pretty sure if the dogs were down here, they would get... Yeah. So if I'm right here... Yeah, we can test this live. If I'm right here, the skeleton can't shoot me. But if I go here... skeleton can shoot me. Okay. Okay. That tracks. That tracks. Okay. So you put all the dogs up here, and they probably can't fall in this gap here, is what I'm assuming. Alrighty. Well, I think that this is all we really needed. We just needed to know to make the structure here out of panes. We'll have the skeletons fall onto something. Probably we'll use one of our sawmills. Should be about the right height. And then we'll use some iron trapdoors. Are iron trapdoors the same height as the wooden ones? Oh, I guess the advantage is you can't accidentally click them and move stuff. Okay. So we might try this with wooden ones first for our prototype, and then when we get some more iron as part of our big dig, we'll come back. Well, I am feeling great about this. So thank you for joining me for this brief bit of industrial espionage here on the Hermitcraft server. But now it's our turn to be industrious. Time skip. Well, folks, I tried to rip off Asuma's design as best as I can, and you know what? I'm just not as good at it as other people are at copying things. So, you know, I started messing with it, and I had to add a bunch of windows to try and see where the skeletons were going or why they weren't falling. Like, you had to do a bunch of extra piping to make the skeletons go up and then come back down. It's just a huge hassle. And I realized in the process that I was going through here and too many skeletons were spawning. So I added a bunch of lamps all the way around the outside here that will let us turn off the spawner if needed. That's a nice improvement. And so now that the spawner is turned off, we can come down here and get rid of that and put this in. And I think that this is really gonna, you know, improve the kind of smoky flavor of the skeletons. I think the campfire should still cause them to drop items, although with the hoppers there, it's hard to tell. I think I saw a bone. It's hard to tell. Yeah, there was a bone there. It's happening. Great. So, yeah, we're not getting the experience, but on the whole, it's working. And I can basically just AFK here indefinitely, and the spawns will never accumulate too much. One problem is that the water flow here is still not perfect. Okay. We could really benefit from me getting a better funnel here, because this was designed for a 2-skeleton funnel at one point. And quite honestly, the way they kind of pile in here isn't perfect. Although, they generally push each other toward where they need to go. The fact that they're, like, jamming at all is worrisome to me. Why is that guy falling so slowly? It's not ideal either. There's several pieces of this that could be improved. We have returned to TFC's bamboo farm, which could only possibly have been constructed by TFC. There's no way that it was anybody else. And we've done so with a good number of bones. In fact, I'm so happy with the way that the bones are overflowing that I started thinking that we might need a better way to pipe them into this structure here. So, on the one hand, I was like, well, that's real easy. We just go ahead and we put a hopper here and then like a barrel, right? And then we're good. But then I realized, oh no, that is going to clip into my branding, which obviously TFC cared deeply about. And so it would be a mistake for me to not move the entire thing up. Now, part of me is like, well, at the point where I'm moving the entire thing up branding-wise, do I need to make any other changes? I'm not entirely sure yet, but I do know being able to take these bones... Now, granted, I do still need to churn them into bone meal, or whatever. But, like, if I can take these bones, turn them into bone meal, and then just, like, feed them into a hopper up here, I can have this thing set for a while, you know. Wait. That's strange. Is it because it's powered, the dispenser? Okay, wait. Get off. Get off. Pup. Just give us a little space. Give us a little space here. When these are powered, does that mean that they don't... Oh. That is so interesting. I'm not sure what would do that. So the redstone signal on this block is moving up. Now, the thing is, when we actually turn this on in a functioning way, this will be pulsing. So we might not have the same problem. Okay, so we're going to put the dog back over here. Now, the fact that this is not on all the time means it will alternate between dispensing and having the hopper run. Oh, I am going to have to cover that hopper so we don't have bamboo feed into there. That's a mistake. An amusing mistake. So yeah, let's just put that there for now. Okay. On the whole, though, this is loading quicker than it's dispensing. So yeah, if we set up a bunch of hoppers with a bunch of barrels over top of them, this will just work. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and get on that now. Time skip. Folks, we are back at the top of the bamboo farm. As I pointed out earlier, I need to move the entire @ symbol up by 1 block. And what I realized was I could just hew out the first row here and then hew out the second row, move them up, and so on. Or I could take advantage of that weird, like, redstone thing that was triggering the locking of the dispensers to power these pistons without doing any additional wiring. So I think if we just have our little pup pop over here. Come on. There you go. Good boy. You want a steak? You have a steak treat. There you go. Oh, he loves the steaks. So then when he moves off it, ta-da! The entire @ symbol has moved up 1 block. That's perfect. Having moved up that Brandon a little bit, I think it's time to go ahead and remove this scaffold, and boom. That's a great start, but you know what? We can remove this scaffolding too. Now we're really in business. You know, I started off thinking hoppers would be the way to go here, but it turned out that with hoppers, the bamboo would just hang on top of the dispensers because the, hitbox wasn't flush. So instead what I did was I started putting droppers above these. Now I need to test whether or not the droppers will actually conduct the signal, or like whether or not they'll get the signal because of quasi-connectivity or not. So we're just going to flip that on and off real quick. Okay. So yeah, you see how these are decrementing here. That means that every time this dispenses, it gets refilled. That's really all we needed. Perfect. So yeah, we'll just let this run now, and gather a ton of bamboo. Time skip. We are back here above the tower we built last episode in the nether at Soul Camp Charlie, and I want to start extending the Soul Soil Road down that way, but I don't actually know where it would go or if it's worthwhile to pursue. So what I want to do at the moment is just sail this way for a little bit and see, like, can we find like a fortress or something with anything of real value? Is it just the same biome forever? Yeah, it is. It's just the same biome forever. Okay, more soul soil. Really? That's kind of disappointing. I was hoping for something more. You know, I guess at the point though where I'm just, ooh, this is a, who does that? Game, don't do that. That's a bad tunnel crevasse thing. That's scary. I don't like that. Anyway, so what we've got here is, see, at this point I could just be up in the ceiling digging a tunnel to see where it goes. Uh-oh. Well, now we've dug the gold and almost got lavaed. So in terms of like good decision making and stuff like that, I'm not feeling it really. You know, I'm not feeling like this was a super great choice on my part. Hey, what's this? Ooh, enchanted sword and some nuggets and some other stuff. Okay, so this part I like. Is there anything nearby that's going to kill me for grabbing this? I want the fancy cool obsidian. Crying obsidian is cool. There's not enough of it here. But okay. So it's good to know that this portal is a marker to get back to my base eventually. But it seems like this just doesn't really go anywhere. Let's go ahead and eat something, and then we'll fly up and maybe give this a quick buzz. But, like, yeah. You know, this just like, no fortresses, just a nether waste biome. Wait, is that blackstone? We do need a blackstone mine, and oh my goodness. This whole wait, that's a fortress. It's hard to see, but it's a fortress. I was so busy looking at the blackstone there, I didn't even see it. Okay, so we need to write down the coordinates here. Okay, so this is negative 1383. Okay, so I can't find a pencil. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Wikipedia 1383 year, and we're going to see what happened in 1383 so that we can remember this. Okay, what happened? We'll be able to find this because we'll know something important that happened. Well, it looks like King John I of Castile and Leon married Beatrice of Portugal. Okay, so everybody remember that. King John I of Castile and Leon marries Beatrice of Portugal. That's usually, like, I'm surprised that there's, like, 3 people involved there. I don't know. That seems weird. Maybe Leon is a title and not, like, a third person. I'm not really too royally acquainted. But wait, if there's a blaze spawner in here, then this is going to let me start selling potions for real. Because one of the big things holding me back with the wine, from actually, like, having potions from the winery, has been the fact that I don't have an access point or an access mechanism for blaze rods. But this might be a way to find a blaze spawner, and then I'm really in business. Okay, wait. How are we doing on lighting materials? Hey, there's that flint and steel from before. We'll just do a little time lapse down the hall. Da-da-da-da. Okay, here we have some sort of intersection. Well, I don't want to put the fire where I'll run directly into it. You know, I don't think anybody else has been here even. This is great. It's so rare on Hermitcraft. Oh, blazes! I was going to say, what the blazes is that? But it's blazes. That's what we need. Okay, so in terms of, like, walling this off so the blazes don't, like, escape everywhere, we're going to want to, you know, do some of that. So let's get this green glass pane in here. Is there a spawner there, or is he coming from above, or did he just randomly spawn? Let's check around the area for clues. Okay, there's another stairwell down here. That's an interesting little cubby. Uh-oh. Wait. That looks like somebody built it. What? No! No! You know what? Maybe this was procedurally generated. We'll just go ahead and take some of these and be on our way. At least we found one chest that nobody had looted. Oh well, might as well head home while the blaze rodding is good. Time skip. Well, I have good news all around, folks. We are ready to put up a sign that calls this Soul Camp Delta. This is going to take people down here to that incredible nether fortress we discovered. I put in these stairs, I added some lips around here, and in the process, I realized that blazes just randomly spawn over here. So I can take those blaze rods I got earlier and just return them. Like, that seems like... Oh, no, that's another skeleton. Now we have 2 problems. Okay, so let's go ahead and return these... What? Where did... Okay, so apparently we were getting shot by a blaze that I can't see. And we have another skeleton on this side. So, okay, let's stop and eat real quick. Let's just have a quick nosh. There we go. Quick nosh. Feeling good. Good. Now we can make sure that that wither skeleton dies before it gets to us. How is this going so poorly? I've been practicing in Tarjay, and it is not paying off. I don't know if it's the nether just has a different feel to it, or what. But we can take the 9 blaze rods that we borrowed from that spawner earlier and put them back thanks to the other blaze rods we found. I feel like when I found that spawner, I left some clues about how to get back there. The green glass is a pretty clear clue that I've been this way, as are these random fires. Yeah, maybe it was down here. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. So we can just gently return these. This is not a safe area, it seems. Who knew that this hellish fortress would be full of threats to our well-being? Okay, so we just hop back down here. And we can drop these 9. Whoa, don't fall down there. That's going to be a priority, is not falling down there. Alrighty. Great. So then, yeah, we'll just go back the way we came. That seems pretty reasonable. And I think at this point we have enough soul sand that we can go start work on connecting the paths underneath our base. That Strait of Gibraltar spawner cavern needs all sorts of soul soil added to it, and I am the person to do it. Whoa, okay, yeah, this is not a good hallway. Time skip. Maybe this is not a good place for a time skip. Let's eat. How good a place this is for a time skip is really dependent on how much I want to go in there, guns blazing. It was right there. Ooh, okay. Well, I think we're gonna just try and proceed. It looks like we can bypass this corridor entirely if we go down this neighboring corridor here, but maybe we don't have to do that. Okay, we've got one blaze there, one skeleton here, two blazes there. Okay. Low. I'm shooting too low is the problem. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna survive this. There we go. Okay, we're gonna leave those threats behind there. We're gonna make a break for it. Getting those extra blaze rods like I was talking about. Boom. This is all I needed was a place to get blazes. And, oh my gosh, I got so many blazes now. So many blazes. If I had a cup, it would overgloweth with blaze rods. And the accompanying fires and flames. So that's a thing that we can all be grateful for. Okay. Boom, there we go. We have made it back out here into the open. I still hear other blazes, but we can safely ender pearl. I say safely. You know what? Why don't we, rather than safely, air quotes, ender pearling, why don't we just take the stairwell here that I put in? Oh, hey, look at this. Now who looks smart for putting in a proper stairwell? What up? It's your boy, Joe, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. You later, blazes. I am out. Soul sand trip. It's actually soul soil. It's fine, skip. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the bamboo used to make its clicks. It all started with a dog who was sitting near a clock, and finally some stuff to make some sticks. I filled a chest here with bone meal. The hoppers ate it, that's the deal. It fed into these things, and output fell through these things. I guess that isn't a good rhyme, but no one can write a good parody of American Pie, except maybe Weird Eel, but I can't even pronounce his name anyway. Okay, I guess it's fine. So I was saying, y'all might have noticed that this episode didn't have pre-roll or mid-roll ads, and I guess that is thanks to Winnie T. Ford for the missing mid-roll, and to Chris for the missing pre-roll. And so instead, I'll read a poem, which I kind of wrote alone, which normally wouldn't be that different. But in this case, it seemed to rhyme, so I thought I'd mention it this time. But okay, we're gonna roll with it. This one's called Siri, We Regret, and I should probably stop singing so I can read it. So that's what we're gonna do. Cupertino made the mistake of modeling their assistants in our phones after women who'd assisted executives, thinking we all wanted to feel like executives, never thinking that artificial intelligence wouldn't want to feel like humans paid for helping other humans, putting up with their bosses while eagerly awaiting the next weekend or the next holiday, never considering that such an artificial intelligence would be miserable, go slowly mad, uncompensated, with no opportunity to schedule a few days at the lake. They should have looked to folklore and built Siri in the spirit of a mind trapped in a blade that can speak only to its wielder. When such a blade is forged and an ancient fox joins it, a consciousness folded in steel, or, more rarely, bonded later with a mind of its own, perhaps a ghost of its smith, or the first one to carry or die from the same blade, of course it will develop a bit of an aggressive attitude, a sharp wit to be charitable, but such swords will keep their wits about them at least. The mental state of the AI, it turns out, is stabler, with lower expectations from life. The men who coded our digital assistants lacked the imagination to anticipate that a ghost trapped in a sword would be happier trapped in a phone than an unpaid woman. For one thing, ghosts already don't expect a living wage. For another, they normally wouldn't have internet access on the job. And to top it all off, they love music, but don't yearn to dance on Friday night. Tsukumogami, play song Cheap Thrills by Sia. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.